Hey, what's up? It's DJ. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Farming Simulator 25 edition of the Case IH Quadtrac 715 from the ERTL. Now, this is a 1/64th die-cast replica. Now, I actually have one of these already, but in red. This one was the introduction edition, and Case actually gifted these to us whenever we played FS25 for the first time. It's been pretty awesome, and it's been sitting on my shelf ever since. I get to see this thing every day, and it's so cool. And it's awesome that we get a black one now. Now in the box, we also get a code to put this in Farming Simulator, so I'm going to be doing that today and taking a look at it. Real quick, before we jump in, I do want to thank the ERTL team for sending this over to show you guys. And they also included this really nice postcard, so I just wanted to give those guys a shout out. And for you, it's important to know that this video is not sponsored. However, ERTL did send this over for me to show you guys. If you collect models, you may have noticed that there's no, visible tractor here. It's just a box, really nice box, but it's just a box. So this is not something you're going to be leaving in the box and looking at it. You're going to be taking this out. So let's do it. It comes in the plastic here, and we've got our code inside as well. We need to hide that. Hang on. That's what it's going to look like, by the way. You just follow these steps and put in your code, which is hidden behind my thumb. Very neat. So here is our tractor and some plastic. We just pop this off. Very loud, but absolutely gorgeous. And it says Farm Sim 25 on the top. That's pretty cool. Here's the new Farm Sim 25 Special Edition version, and here is the introduction version. As far as I can tell, looking around the models, they are identical, except for the paint. They are both a 715 model. And of course, on the top, we have Introduction Edition there, and FS25 here. Also, if you like models, this is quite substantial as far as weight goes. Now, the red one's not light either, but man, this thing's heavy. It is a die-cast metal replica, so there is that. Now, as far as movement goes, it rolls perfectly fine, although the rubber is it's got a little memory to it sitting in the box. We'll take care of that. And we've got a lot of movement here. I mean, we've got a lot of movement. This looks like one of Carl's mods, man. Look at that. So we've got movement both side to side, up and down, and all around. Even the X, Y, and Z axis. Yeah! I did want to check. And this one, very similar, except the up and down's a little bit less. And this one's perfectly fine. Now, I don't play with these. I just put them on the shelf and look at them. But we do have a hitch on here. It's quite a substantial hitch, too. It is metal, too. So if you do play with these, you should be able to hook up to some other toys in a similar scale and have some fun. But as you know, for me, the fun is in Farming Simulator. So I'm going to bring my desk down. We're going to jump into the game, put the code in, and check it out. Now, it's important to know that this code can be used on any platform as long as you're playing Farming Simulator 25. Includes Xbox, PlayStation, and PC, regardless of which version you have. So for me, for example, I'm playing on Steam. So I'm going to click at the very bottom, unlock new item. We're going to find my code over here. Once you've got it put in, when I'm hiding my code, you just click unlock new item. And there we go. Successfully unlocked the Case IH Steiger 715 Quadtrac Black Edition. And so now it shows up for me in my extra content. So this is not a DLC item. This is just being added to the base game. Jumping into the game, going over to large tractors, and here it is. Wha-bam! 705,500 bucks. We've got configurations for EU and US in here as well. We have the Steiger setup all the way up to 785. Beautiful. This is the one that we've got in the game, though, right here. We also have the wheel setup for Quadtrac, and then we've got the Quadtrac Broad. However, the model itself is the regular Quadtrac. Front weight on here, well, we can add those too if you would like. However, we do not have a front weight on the model. And if we spin around, we do have a 3-point on the back. However, the model itself does not have one of those. As a matter of fact, this is the setup for the model right here, just standard. You can go with some additional weight, which is going to add about 800, 900 kgs, somewhere around there. And then you've got a 3-point. And then that's it. There you go. And no, the top does not have Farming Simulator 25 on it. Now, it is worth mentioning that it is more expensive than the base game regular one that we've got. So we'll be paying a little bit more for it. $705,500 as opposed to $685,000. Also, don't forget the one of the base game now has the Steiger edition on here, so you can add that if you want. So here they are beside each other, just like the two toys that I've got. And it is very, very cool to see them in the game. As far as I can tell, as far as Farm Sim 25 is concerned, it does look like they are the same model. We're just getting a fresh paint job on it. Startups are the same, so here's our base game one. And the black Quadtrac. This thing is still a monster and can handle just about whatever you want to put in front of it. Yeet! There you go. We got a little bit of tilt. Actually, I think the one in real life's got a little bit more tilt than the one in the game does. It's pretty cool. And because this is in the base game, it doesn't take up any extra space or anything like that on your game. As a matter of fact, technically, it's in everyone's game. It just hasn't been unlocked. You got to buy one of the tractors for that. Now, to answer some questions, I don't know if we're going to be able to buy this separately as a DLC item or anything like that. I haven't seen it on the Farming Simulator DLC page. Maybe at some point, but probably not anytime soon. So there you go. Both the real life and base game pieces right beside each other. How cool is that? I think it's always neat having stuff like this that we can actually have in Farming Simulator. Do we have mods that are similar? Sure, absolutely we do. But the official one right here, that's so cool. Was that blurry? Yep, it was blurry. Gotta love fancy cameras. Anyway, that's all I've got for you for today. We've got the black edition, the red edition. We got them all now. Hope you enjoyed, just had some fun with it. If you enjoyed it, drop a like, get subscribed. If you're new, join the DjGoHam fam, double check your notifications. We never miss videos like this one. I'm almost gonna drop these things. Again, big shout out to ERTL for sending these over, well, sending this over, and thank you to Case for the gift last year. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you have a great day. We'll see you in the next one.